Good holy everyone. Today, I will report about first, paggamit ng mga komponenteng konseptual sa araling panlipunan. Second, the revised Bloom taxonomy. And third, paggamit ng mga modelong pagsisiyasat sa pagtuturo ng araling panlipunan. First is all about paggamit ng mga komponenteng konseptual sa araling panlipunan. Is an integrated study of the social studies. The key components of social studies is content knowledge, include history, geography, economics, and financial literacy, civics, and government. It puts a strong emphasis on important and enduring ideas, events, and people that now affect students' lives and serve as a foundation for the future. Komponenteng conceptual is the primary purpose of social studies, is to help young people make informed and reasoned decisions for the public good as citizens of a culturally diverse, democratic society and an interdependent world. Komponenteng conceptual in social studies is the study of man and his physical, social, political, cultural, and economical environment. It centers of the development of man, how man influences his environment, and how the environment influences him in return.
Why componenting conceptual is important to teacher and students.
As students learn the curriculum, they will develop the critical skills necessary to participate fully in our society. These skills include the ability to acquire relevant and reliable information, organize data, develop sound arguments, construct new knowledge, and collaborate with peers. Second is the revised Bloom's taxonomy, emphasizes students' learning outcomes through the use of refined terms. The revised taxonomy is a refreshed take on Bloom's taxonomy from 1956, which examined cognitive skills and learning behavior. The original framework was proposed by Benjamin Bloom, who believed education must be increasingly concerned about the fullest development of children and youth. Changes to terminology, structure, and emphasis are part of the revised approach. Nouns such as evaluation or synthesis are now replaced with verbs such as creating or evaluating, respectively. With structure, creating now becomes the highest level, the area meant for generating ideas or constructing a new point of view. Emphasis has also changed where the taxonomy is aimed at wider audiences and attempts to be more universal beyond grade school. And the revised Bloom taxonomy is first, remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, create. At ang panghuli sa paggamit ng mga modelong pagsisiyasat sa pagtuturo ng araling panlipunan. Ano ba itong modelong pagsisiyasat? Ito ay nakadisenyo upang makamit ang mga tiyak na hangarin o specific goals ng aralin at sa paggawa ng banghay-aralin na makakatulong sa mga guro na mailahad ang mga aralin sa mga estudyante. Ang modelong pagsisiyasat sa pagtuturo ay bunga ng masusing pag-aaral ng mga edukador ng araling panlipunan. At narito ang ilan sa mga modelong pagsisiyasat sa pagtuturo ng magagamit ng mga guro sa silid-aralan. Ito ang mga halimbawa ng mga modelong pagsisiyasat. Ito ang una, Try-question approach, cognitive mapping, social analysis model, and valuing model. So, this is my report about paggamit ng mga komponenteng konseptual sa araling panlipunan. Second, the revised Bloom taxonomy. And third, paggamit ng mga modelong pagsisiyasat sa pagtuturo ng araling panlipunan. Thank you for listening and good Holy.